This is a stage.
Yeah.
I went through my own stage of not wanting to have anything to do with people. And it wasn't because people were bad or anything. It was just that what inside I was drying up. The all false self was drying up. It was going back to what created everything, all personality and all the things that came out of believing in separation. We're all wanting to return back to source, and we're being seen through. So it's really hard to be around others. Just give yourself a break because it's really hard to relate and have compassion and empathy and all that stuff that has to do with relating when you yourself are going back home inside. So give that to yourself. I had about a 2 year journey of that part. I took care of my kids, they were little, and I had no problem with that. And certain people I had no problem, I could really be around for sure, especially people who were more in alignment with themselves. But it was really hard to be around personality and people who were lost in the world because it wasn't about them. Don't worry about it. You'll come back to relating to people in a different
Mhm.
way.
Yeah.
But what's happening is that just imagine this outgoing tide, so the tide goes out and then the tide comes in. And when it comes in, it reveals all these things that are on the bottom of the sea that need to be cleaned up.
Hmm.
So the tide is coming back in. It's really hard to relate to the land and what's happening on the on the land when the tide is pulled in. So just let yourself be returning back. That's what's happening. You, especially if you're, doing what I mentioned and suggested, which was remain aware as you can of awareness and presence.
Hmm.
So that's just part of the awakening process. The part of the that people don't really, that is not so fun at times.
Yeah.
When the tide comes, then once that's all done, the tide will come back in, Jeremy, and
Hmm.
it touching land again in a different way. It will be relating in a different way, not meeting
Yeah.
others in the with Maya, but just meeting others because you're one with life. Not They can still be odd and or have their conditioning or might you like I said, you might like certain things. You'll have discernment, but you won't feel disconnected anymore.
Mm. Thank you.
I hope that helps.
Yeah, that was very helpful.